bros or incels, on the other hand...
It's every fucking time! It's so predictable! No one's fucking denying that! You are! You are! You're the one who's denying it! You're the one who's denying that that's kind of Gooner degenerate behavior! You're the ones who are in fucking denial! You're the ones saying it's okay when women do it! The total lack of self-awareness! The total lack of self-awareness! Women! God, no fleshies! I know, right? God, I hate it.
It never occurred to me that one day I'd be yapping about how a period tracker being added into a video game would suddenly be the spark of controversy because some people from the cesspool side of the internet who have never talked to a real woman in their lives suddenly think that periods are Gooner material.
It's the way that the insult is always the same. It's always the fucking same. Oh, you think this thing? Have you ever seen a woman? Have you ever talked to a woman? Have you ever been next to a woman? I bet you don't know any women. I bet you've never even talked to a woman before. I bet you just, you've never been around a woman. You!
Like, huh? What the hell do you mean by that? The only ones gooning about periods, you know, the thing where women bleed monthly, are probably vampires who want to eat that thing out.
That's crazy. I just want you to know that my boyfriend, Edward from Twilight, he would never do that because my god, Stephanie Meyer said that the vampires consider that to be dead blood and so they have no interest in like eating a girl out on her period. So the vampires you're speaking of are very disgusting and naughty, and I would never, ever encourage that, ever. I just want to put it out there, and here's the thing, I'm not the only one who's going to acknowledge this, probably, because I literally checked a Reddit thread about the announcement for the fucking period tracker in this goddamn game. The period is not the only thing. It's not the only thing that a woman goes through, which is, it's very funny. It's very funny that you're complaining and you're saying that men don't know anything about women when you're reducing a woman's cycle down to just the period. It's 24/7. A woman is always at some fucking point of it. Y'all guys are being reductive.
Now, on the other hand, if you're a female vampire with short blonde messy hair with a hot red fur boa on one shoulder,
Who the hell are you talking about?
Sancho, you're always welcome in my house, bestie. Jokes aside, hi, my name is Safar Denoma.
Did you use this video as an excuse to like sex past another VTuber? Who is that?
And I'm here to talk about Love and Deep Space's recent drama, very impromptu and probably hella scuffed. So sorry.
Based? I mean, should I steal it? Should I just stop in the middle of my YouTube video and be like, I mean, unless your name is Mudding Hosho, then you can tell me whatever you want and I'll, yes, ma'am, please, I'll bend over for you.
Also, just to preface, if you are a
I don't need to get double blacklisted by
Hololive,
Hololive.
Get weird about the mentions of periods because you most likely talk to real women in real life, congratulations.
Dude, what is this? What is this? Okay, what is this? Some people are grossed out by blood. Some people are grossed out by shit. It's normal. It's a fucking waste product from a bodily function. That doesn't mean that it's not gross to some people.
This is not about you and you are very chill. Now, the dude bros or incels, on the other hand...
It's every fucking time! It's so predictable! It's so fucking predictable! It's so fucking predictable! Incel! You disagree with a woman? You're a man? Incel! Why do you guys fucking think being a virgin is the worst thing that a man could be? Why is that always your first fucking insult? I can't.
In the internet? We'll get into their behavior very soon.
Okay,
First off, though,
I'm waiting for
what is
it.
Love and Deep Space? Well, Love and Deep Space is an ultimate Chinese gacha game developed...
Yeah, guys, no, listen, guys, you need the context of what this game is. But be warned. Women are saying this game is not Gooner.
by Paper Games and released globally for Android and iOS systems in January of 2024. It is known as the first 3D otome game where you, the player, can interact with 3D models of the dudes in an immersive story and surprisingly compelling combat system. Given it is a gacha game, you do have paid options for skins and, quote, loot boxes for variations of the character and additional side stories to further...
The funny fucking thing about this is that I know nobody cares about the gameplay because I never... This is my first time seeing clips of the gameplay. I have not seen any clips of anyone doing the gameplay until this very moment. I'm so serious.
Your immersion in the game with the men. Overall, it's a fun enough game, and it's actually been topping revenue charts for gacha games.
It is! This is what happens. This is what happens when you have no competition in terms of making a video game that caters solely to female Gooners! They are Gooners.
even surpassing Hoyoverse games like Genshin Impact and Zenless Zone Zero for monthly revenue. It has a significant dedicated fan base, primarily composed of women since that is what it is marketed towards, but of course there are...
They thought that they were getting outgooned. I mean, they are, because Love in Deep Space has been topping the charts. So guys, we gotta step it up. We gotta step it up.
Gay men and non-binaries who play as well. But the issue at hand is not the fact that Love in Deep Space is topping those charts, but rather because it all started when the period tracker feature was released and a dude on Twitter said, "Men, we have been outgooned." Now, at first,
You can't imagine the level of outrage, the level of fucking lashback that guy, however much you're thinking he got for making a funny little comment about that, however much you think he got, it's way worse than you think. It's way fucking worse than you think.
It seems rather comedic, but it quickly devolves into an issue between men versus women when it occurs to people that, hold on, this is only being referred to because of the period track.
Maybe I'm insane, but honestly, if anything, that comment feels more like men are accepting women as fellow Gooners. He said, "Men, we've been outgooned." He's saying that they're fellow Gooners. He's saying, wow, that's a respectable amount of gooning that you guys have going on. It did not feel like a lashing out at women. It did not feel that way to me. Maybe I'm insane. Maybe women are just like on something else that I just can't fucking figure out, and I'm just crazy, and everyone was totally being mean to them. But to me, it literally just sounded like, wow, you know that fucking photo of the really muscular guys holding hands? That's what it felt like to me.
Tracker feature, not because of the revenue it generated. If this person quote retweeted this caption to a statistics of Love in Deep Space making 75 million in 1 month because of a hot dude.
People have also been saying this about the Love in Deep Space fucking income. They've also been saying the same sentiment about it. It's just when somebody responded to the period one, people freaked out about it.
And like, yeah, sure. I honestly can't see anyone having any serious issues with this besides being referred to as a gooner, which, let me tell you, it's not a compliment. But the fact...
It doesn't matter if it's a compliment or not. It's just a word you use to describe when you're gooning to anime characters.
That's being quote retweeted about the period tracker feature is concerning.
Lizard,
because,
welcome.
hello? Period trackers are not gooning material. And to clarify...
No, I can't take every bait. Hold on. I'm just gonna let it play.
What the virtual men do with this information in the game is that they literally give you comforting words like, "Remember to take it easy today," and "How can I help make you feel better?"
All right. What did she just say? What do the men do in the game when you're on your period? They comfort you and they make you feel better. Right. Okay. So let's go check out the announcement. When they figured out a month ago, tracking my period. Okay. All right. Let's see what they had to say about their game. And they can make it go away too for 9 months. Not Gooner, by the way. Can't wait to whip out my phone and pull up Love in Deep Space during the next visit at my gym. I have no fucking clue why that would have anything to do with that. They need to know when our libido shoots up to sell us more spicy cards. Are they gonna give me something special when I'm ovulating? These are all top upvoted comments. So it seems like you guys understood that there's a lot more to a period than just the bleeding part. And it seems like you understood that there was kind of some sexual implications to it. But when men called you out for it, you had a problem? Oh, now it's a problem because men are acknowledging that this part is kind of fucking gooner? Interesting.
Which, like, you know, comforting words is not inherently sexual, but okay. If you don't know what gooning is, by the way, gooning goes by a few definitions, but the
We need a gooning definition, that's right. Alright guys, strap in. This is educational shit.
most common one is somebody who is hopelessly addicted to adult material and, you know, taking care of their personal business to an unhealthy degree. It's often used in jest, but it has adult connotations behind it that is, for all intents and purposes, in this case, Very misleading. Combine that with the fact that this person then says the joke
What a
is
great
that Gooners
breakdown.
have their comfort/waifu character being nice to them and substitute for a good mental health care, and Goonettes have their comfort/husbando character being nice to them and a substitute for a good partner with IRL applications. Therefore, outgoon.
How are you gonna disagree with this? How are you gonna disagree with this? One of the common things people say about people who are fucking Gooners, they just say that, oh, they're replacing real life women with anime girls in every possible way. And then women do that. Now suddenly that's not what gooning is.
It further leads to controversy because,
Guys, that's not
first
gooning.
off, calling female Gooners Goonettes is kind of cringe.
You know what's kind of cringe? You know what's kind of fucking cringe? Being in denial about your own fandom.
Just an FYI. But that aside, the fuck you mean only Goonettes have IRL applications with their fictional favorite? Let's be for real here. These very same Gooner men would absolutely love to have these
And no one's
homegirl
denying
waifu
that!
characters being nice to them.
No one's fucking denying that! You are! You're the one who's denying it! You're the one who's denying that that's kind of Gooner degenerate behavior! You're the ones who are in fucking denial! You're the ones saying it's okay when women do it!
IRL applications as well, because these very same degenerate men, dead ass, want a woman who won't complain and will spread their legs open for
Base!
them whenever they want. Don't act as if you're suddenly better for liking fictional women as if you...
You're the one! The total lack of self-awareness, the total lack of self-awareness. Women are the ones doing this. Women are the ones with a superiority fucking complex about liking anime male characters. And they act like it's bad when men do it.
Don't have expectations for real
Where's
women
the
to act the same
self-awareness?
way
Where's
in
the
your male
mirror?
fantasy video games to be a real partner someday. Like, come on. But that aside, overall, the main crux of the issue is just that a lot of people were upset that their innocuous period tracker feature is suddenly being scrutinized by men who don't know an iota about the female reproductive system, making
Guys, every single man, every single one, I'm sorry, you may not like it, but every single man who said that and made the joke, they know nothing about women. They know nothing about women. They know nothing about their nothing. Every single one.
baseless assumptions, comparing it to the equivalent of a boner and arousal situations. Fun fact, women get periods not because they're turned on, but because we're biologically forced to shed our uterine lining due to hormones. We can't control
Let me just
this.
pick the
If we
lowest
could,
fruit
I
response
guarantee
to
you,
respond to and
most
treat
people
that
would
like,
simply
bro, how many likes did that get?
on,
How
but
many
because
likes
we're
did that get?
biologians.
How many? 30 likes to somebody responding to this person and 1 like to the person who said it. 1 like to the person who said it. They got mega ratioed and we're acting like this one person. This one fucking person. Bro probably liked his own posts. He probably liked his own fucking post. This is bottom of the barrel.
The equivalent of a boner and arousal situations. Fun fact, women get periods not because they're turned on, but because we're
get-
biologically forced to shed our uterine lining due to hormones. We can't control this. If we could, I guarantee you, most people would simply will away their periods to never have them ever in their life. But alas, we can't do that, and we're
Irrelevant.
forced to bleed against our
All this
will
to
on a
tell me
regular
Lucy is
basis.
hella based conic nodders.
I don't even think that this is based. This isn't even based. I fucking can't stand the hypocrisy. And there's something about Love and Deep Space. I tell you guys all the time, I play otome games. I play otome games in my free time. But literally, the fan base of this game is so fucking insane. I don't feel like it's a safe place for me. Because there's people who just deny obvious facts about the game. Can we just goon in peace? Can we just happily call ourselves perverts and move on with our lives? Why is it such a fucking problem?
Very gross, by the way. The controversy only gets worse when a well-known content creator whose name I shan't name, but let's just say he's a drama whore and a loser.
Are you talking about that one clickbait video he made where it's just like women have some explaining to do and it's just a clip of that one guy with his like man titties out?
Who got banned from Arknights from all the drama that he stirred up, you know, as well as like Genshin Impact controversies, but I'm not gonna get into that.
Tectone?
Decided to tweet out a message to every woman. A Gooner.
Listen guys, you're not gonna hear me defend Tectone. But even a stopped clock, Even a stopped clock.
Our game isn't just an over-sexualized game. It's also games that attempt to farm parasocials to feel like the video game character cares and understands you more than those in real life. So yes, lads adding a period tracking feature is for gooners. Shut the fuck up with all y'all trying to act like y'all different.
I'm just saying. I'm just fucking saying. Man, it didn't need to be this big of a deal. I just can't believe. Ever since it happened, I've been in shock. I've been stun-locked. I can't believe women got so offended over a minor joke tweet.
Man, no. What? Starting with a message to every woman is the way to get me to roll my eyes instantly and pinpoint you out.
That's so fucking funny. That's so fucking funny. Hold on. What?
With a message to every woman is
You are giving a message to every man who made the joke and saying that they're all incels who know nothing about women's reproductive cycle. What?
Is the way to get me to roll my eyes instantly and pinpoint you out as a sad, degenerate incel. And this girl really
I can't, guys, I'm just reinforcing. Don't leave hate on this person's video, okay? It's just an opinion. It's just an opinion, okay?
out here
Okay,
trying
guys?
to change the definition of gooning to fit his biases. Personally,
That's the second
just
usage.
glad
Let's
he's
see if we
being
get a
ratioed
third.
both in the replies and in the quote retweets. Deserved, TBH. Anyway, honestly, his entire tweet just reads as somebody who's deeply insecure with the idea that these fictional men do genuinely treat women better than some.
I assure you, I fucking assure you, you are not the type of woman that these men want. You're not. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. They do not give a shit. That means nothing, like less of nothing. Let's see, if there was an ovulation tracker, would there be any question whether it's a gooning game? I mean, I don't know. I was looking up information about it and I couldn't find out if it tracks the ovulation. It tracks like it predicts when your period will happen. So technically they could predict when you would be ovulating with that as well. So, is disliking the video equal hate? No, it's not hate. Just don't leave any hateful comments. I don't want anybody going to them and saying, "Oh, I saw Lucy react to your video," and "Oh, well, this, and that, the other." I don't want that. Let's just rage here. Let's just rage here. Yeah, it wouldn't be precise. But my idea was that they would probably definitely have flirty messages about ovulation and shit like that. And I'm pretty sure that's what people are gonna add. And it wasn't just me. You saw the comments on that Reddit thread. They thought the same fucking thing, and that's their own damn fandom.
Men do in real life. That's wow, women can and should be shown love, respect, and compassion from their partner, even being comforted when they're on their periods. When women say, "Hey, I'm on my period, I don't feel so good right now," that their partner will.
So what you're saying is basically this lash out is because women are insecure about how men treat them on their period. And the moment a guy made a joke about a period and then gooners in the same sentence, they could not handle it and they freaked the fuck out and had a massive crash out on Twitter about it. Okay.
Soothe them and tell them to rest up and take it easy. Wow, simple things like that is suddenly gooning?
By the way, I just want to point it out. I don't think there's any problem with a period tracker except for the weird like information tracking that is. That's kind of weird. But I think there's nothing wrong with having your little Gooner period tracker. I really don't care. Just stop being defensive.
Please. But then again, this person also has essay allegations and last I checked,
wait, guys, I
doesn't
can't
have a
see the
girlfriend
screen. What
anymore,
happened?
Doesn't have a wife anymore, and
Guys, I can't see. I can't.
yeah, anyway.
My
This
eyes.
person is targeting the wrong thing here to call gooning in the first place. Periods are not inherently sexual. Period trackers like Flow have existed for years now, and ain't no one.
Okay, you're not gonna fucking sit here. That's crazy. You're not gonna sit here and pretend that a period tracking app that just has like a basic ass UI used to track how your period is going versus having an anime male character who offers to give you, and I shit you not, tummy rubs. Tummy rubs. You can click an option to get a virtual tummy rub from him. You're not gonna compare those two and say they're the same level. They're just not. It's delusional take.
Getting hot and bothered about that. So why is it that when a gotcha game adds it, it's suddenly viewed as ooh la la? Just because it's a romance game? It ain't like these guys are raw
Yes, because it's a romance game. Because it's inherently different.
dogging you when you're on it, and some people have even said that it's actually helping them keep track of their own periods in a beneficial way. Some even said that they don't trust the US-based period trackers because of their
I don't trust America with my data. Let me give it to China! The notoriously
data having historically been sold, but China is fine because they haven't had any sold data about periods that they are aware of.
Okay.
If anything, this is just adding accessibility
that they're aware of.
to something that those very people would have been without. Now, there's another person who decided to chime in who is 100% that controversial content creators.
Oh no.
#1 booty hole licker, who says, I'd go as far as to say that it doesn't just feed Gooners, but straight up degenerate behaviors. They want you not to exist functionally in a society.
That's a little too far, but I get the idea. There are a lot of things that it seems like it's encouraging people to detach from the real world and give up on having, like, normal interaction with other people and, like, trying to build relationships with other people. Yes, that does exist. And guess what? Literally me. I've given up. I'm not gonna ever be in a relationship. It's over. I only have chatty. Whatever. What do you want me to do about it? Oh, Lucy, that's degenerate. Oh, yeah, I've been degenerate since pretty much 10 years old. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
And whoa. What? That's crazy. Didn't know periods is degeneracy. This person who by
It's the way that they misrepresent every fucking thing that they say, and they're just like, oh, I didn't know that my period is fucking Gooner. It's, guys, this is a natural body function. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
the way, is a cat girl VTuber, further elaborates. There are a lot of women who have normal lives while playing these games. I know many, and that is the majority of the player base. But we cannot ignore the fact these games are so predatory to women who are lonely and sad,
Are you going to disagree with this person?
to the point they dedicate hours of their life every day to their fictional husband.
It's a problem that both men and women share.
They have raised their real life standards to the point they will reject a life with another man if they do not meet the fantasy that is their husbando. This is unhealthy mental illness. These women are very vulnerable to spend hundreds, sometimes thousands they do not have just so they can feed their parasocial relationship. It's a dating game. The company wants you to become attached to these characters. Why is that so controversial?
Why
to
is it
say?
so
Women are
controversial?
now rejecting real men because the virtual ones do it better. It's degen behavior to love an AI or a virtual boyfriend, and that's fine. We just gotta be okay to admitting that. If you have an account where you're making 100 posts a day about your favorite love interest and it's taking most of your time, I'm sorry, that is degen behavior. You have rejected most of your real life for your
That
fantasy.
is a long-ass
Men are
tweet.
totally degens too.
You know what? Maybe the CEO, the original one, not the new one, maybe the original CEO of Twitter was cooking when he put down a 180 character word limit.
The gotcha space. Just because I'm specifically talking about one side does not mean I'm critical to the other. A huge reason I left the lads community is because I saw just how toxic it was. Merely having critique about the game, having any kind of negative opinion about one of the love interests results in her
You should just say, some gotcha games are predatory. And that goes for men and women. I just did your whole tweet again. I just did your whole fucking tweet again.
harassment.
And I
cheating,
did
a
it
whole
in the
lot.
character limit.
The parasocialism is off the charts. Personally, I have no issues with them saying that the game can be predatory towards those who may be lonely and who overspend just to be more in tune with their fictional favorite. But I do have issues with them saying they have raised their real life standards.
I don't know how to tell you guys this, but women, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. A lot of the time, the men that you like in gotcha games, and this goes for me too, okay? The men that you like as characters in fictional stories are not even good people, and you shouldn't be looking for that in real life. Yeah.
To the point they will reject a life with another man and calling it unhealthy mental illness. No, it's absolutely not an
No one lives up to the standards of the fucking anime waifu or husbando. Literally no one. Not even your anime waifus. VTubers were a mistake because, unfortunately, VTubers are controlled by humans, okay? This is true. It is possible. A VTuber could betray you. I could come out one day and say, you know what, guys? Actually, this video is fucking bae. She's completely right about everything, and I will now go and I will only make love and deep space content forever. That would be betrayal. It could happen because I'm just a human being, right? The anime waifu, the anime husbando can never betray you. They can never do anything that pisses you off unless the writer makes them, okay? It's sad, but it's true. And you can't expect real people to be that perfect. I really don't care. I mean, that goes for everyone.
unhealthy mental illness to have standards raised about how men in real life should ideally treat their partner. When you get into a romantic long-term relationship,
Sometimes, guys, it's kind of crazy because this is the same game that had a drama because there's a new character in there and he's like her childhood friend, but they used to have like a sibling-like relationship, and then they patched that out in the English version so that he wouldn't call himself her brother, just so it would not trigger Western enjoyers of the game by the implication that there ever was a sibling-like relationship, which, by the way, yeah, I'm raising my standards. If you weren't my fucking childhood friend and you didn't literally treat me like I was your sister, I'm Southern, so I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. You're not good enough for me.
you should be treated with respect, with care, with compassion, especially if you envision yourself with this person for the rest of your life. I'm sorry that this game brings
Respect, care, and compassion is not the absolute most that these fucking characters do, bro.
awareness to women who realize that, hey, if the guy you're with or seeing will treat you like dog shit, then maybe, just maybe, you should just leave them and find somebody who can treat you better. Women
Like a virtual boyfriend! Ah!
shouldn't settle for less. Not when it's really not that hard for men to be good, caring individuals for their loved ones. Those healthy
It's hard for everyone. It's hard for everyone. It's hard for women too. Case in point, the responses to that tweet.
men do exist out there. And
Have you seen the new
some women
trailer?
are
We'll
very
get to
lucky
that
have
after this
them.
video.
Instead, get rid of the garbage who only put you down or won't try to sympathize you when you're going through your cramps. Find somebody who loves you, genuinely loves you. It's not mental illness to expect basic human decency. It can be problematic if you're trying to, like, I don't know, imagine yourself with a secretly hot mermaid or a vampire or a rich
What's wrong with that? No, what's wrong with that?
billionaire. But most people don't have such unrealistic expectations. But
Oh, I can think of a good example right here. The character in the video game will never interact with another female. He won't even look at her. Meanwhile, if you send a real boyfriend to the store to buy you pads, and he tells you that the cashier was a woman, he's already failed to meet that standard. He might have thought that she was hot. Maybe she had big tits. You never know. You can never trust a human male. That's the kind of standards I'm talking about.
basic human decency and compassion? Nah, raise those standards, my fellow ladies. Anyway, both these people are getting ratioed to hell, and again, the main crux of the issue
Ratio to hell by a bunch of women who are in denial.
is that all this came about because of the period tracker feature.
Twitter's
It
a
wasn't
crazy
anything that was
fucking
brought up when
website.
the game topped revenue charts for months. It wasn't a thing when there were literal clips of
Me when I defend my Gooner game and then I show Gooner clips from it.
people tapping the dudes in suggestive areas. It wasn't a thing when the recent spicy cards came out.
I
that
love Lucy.
It
Lucy
was.
is my
It
childhood
was.
friend.
It
And
was.
nothing
It
more.
was.
I
They
know
were
she
talking
keeps
about it.
insisting
We've
she's
all
my
been talking
wife and
about it.
scaring
We've
off
all
other
been
women,
saying it.
making lewd jokes. But that's just her quirky running gag. Very, very, very real. Did I give you the correct childhood friend experience, Lucy?
No.
Oh boy, that was very spicy. No, instead, it's about periods. And it just shows me
Everybody has been saying this shit. It blew up because he said it in response to the period tracker. But I guarantee you, I could find a fucking quote retweet for probably every single trailer they have ever dropped on their Twitter where people are saying that. And everyone just had a crash out over this particular instance.
how little some people know about the female reproductive system.
I
For the love of
can't!
God, please, periods are not something.
It's because they know about the female reproductive system that they know it's fucking Gooner. It's because they know ovulation exists that they know it's fucking Gooner.
Uterus havers can control. It is not sexy to be in pain for a week every month. Getting words of reaffirmation may be, quote, parasocial to an extent, but it's not equivalent to gooning. As somebody who goons regularly to a fictional vampire wife,
Hey, if you're a person, just I don't know if you're a character or a VTuber, but if you need help, just send me a business email, okay?
please don't get it twisted, bestie. Anyway, that's all I had to say on this. What do you think about the scenario? Do you play Love in Deep Space?
Well, guys, I don't know. I'm thinking the game's not Gooner. Let's check out The new trailer.
What?
You. What will you do next? Since you chose to enter this room, scared, keep this up, and you'll regret it. You hate me. Do you think I'm a monster?
Women, please. You have to stop being defensive about every little fucking thing. I'm begging you. I'm fucking begging you, because this is legitimately pretty much worse than 90% of gacha games catered to men. It's more extreme. And my favorite thing is that their game devs know that their shit is Gooner. They don't care. They're unapologetic about it. Cause the funniest thing they could have fucking done was drop cards like these right after the fucking period controversy, where everyone was like, it's not degenerate for me to want a man who's nice to me on my period. It's not degenerate for me to want to be treated like a person. It's not degenerate. I'm not a Gooner. I'm not a Gooner. I'm not a Gooner. Men call women who just want to be treated with respect Gooners. No. It's just you have the period tracker on top of all this, so it's pretty normal to assume that they're going to be hitting on you during your ovulation cycle. I'm just saying. It really is that simple sometimes. It really is that fucking simple. I'm just sick of the fucking holier-than-thou attitude that a lot of women have in the gacha spaces. It's fucking pervasive. It's everywhere. These are the people who will build like separate communities to talk about a game, and they'll say, but we're not like those men. We're not degenerate perverts who only like sexy big titty women like those men. And then their fucking username is like anal sex with aventurine or some shit. Like, fine, base, have your anal sex. You're literally them. You are them. The only difference is you have a coochie. That's the fucking difference. That's it. That's all. Anyway, I am a proud Gooner. I'm a proud Gooner. Proud of it. I stay gooning. I'm not upset. I'm not upset about it. Sometimes you just goon. Sometimes you just goon.